Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Fitz. So I have had some requests to do chapter book read alouds, so we can just do a few chapters at a time. And I have chosen the Mercy Watson book, Something Wonky This Way Comes. This is the 6th book in the series. I know many of you have read several of the first few books, so I wanted to choose one that maybe you haven't read in class and that we could still have a little fun with because you are familiar with the characters. Now, before we start, something I want to show you is that I have a bunch of sticky notes in this book. So this video is kind of like our introduction to this book. These are all the vocabulary words. I'm not going to be spending that much time during this because I want to read this to you like a story instead of just like a lesson. However, the last time I taught out of this book, I have all of these sticky notes in here that are going over things like character study and cause and effect and some of the different things and skills that we're going to be working on that I am going to touch on briefly, but I'm not going to make a big full-blown lesson out of it. So this is our little introduction, Mercy Watson, Something Wonky This Way Comes by Kate DiCamillo, illustrated by Chris Van Dusen. We are reading this with permission from Candlewick Press, and this is for the sole school purposes of my students at J.D. Parker Elementary School. Let's read the little blurb on the back to see what this book is about. Mr. and Mrs. Watson and their porcine wonder, Mercy, are off to the Bayou Drive-In. What will happen when a gaggle of familiar characters get the same idea for a night out? With the tempting scent of hot buttered popcorn wafting through the air, everyone's favorite pig leads the way in this hilarious romp featuring movies, mayhem, and mercy. Now, one of the reasons I love this book, too, is because all of the characters that were introduced one by one by one in the first 5 Mercy Watson books all come together in this one. So I hope you will join me in the next video where we are going to start with Chapter 1 of Mercy Watson, Something Wonky This Way Comes.